now the most expensive ballot measure battles in California history. Props 26 and 27 would allow legal sports betting, but the two props would run sports betting in very different ways. Tonight we take an in-depth look at Prop 26. Here's Joy Benedict.
It is Sin City, where the Strip is packed and the pools bring the heat. But read the signs. The tables have turned as all eyes at this casino are on the games.
We got money on Arkansas and we got money on U of A.
Circa Hotel and Casino bet its success on the books.
Oh!
Building a 3-story indoor-outdoor sports betting playground.
953 in the over.
And judging by the crowd on a Saturday in September, they are winning.
And we built this because we kind of knew people love sports betting.
Derek Stevens is the CEO.
Everybody just has a lot more fun if they have a little skin in the game.
So how much money changes hands on a day like today?
Well, right now we're looking at about $5 million so far.
20,000 people a day, millions in bets, and most say they're here for the atmosphere.
And that's enough to get me involved, and then I watch it for 3 hours.
Most people prefer to come in and actually watch the game and bet. The atmosphere, the crowd.
But what happens here in Vegas may not stay in Vegas anymore, as tribal casinos want a piece of the action and your vote to bring sports betting to California.
Pechanga Casino near Temecula has the slots ringing.
1340 times 5.
And the bets stacked at the tables. But Proposition 26 would allow tribal casinos like this one and horse racing tracks to take in-person bets on sporting events.
It adds an X factor when, there's a big game on.
Mark Maccaro is the tribal chairman of the Pechanga Band of Indians, one of 30 California tribes supporting Prop 26, which will not only allow sports betting, but dice games like roulette and craps as well.
A retail model of sports betting adds about 3% net profit to the bottom line. It's not a big business, not a big money maker, but it does add energy, it adds excitement to the floor.
But saying yes to 26 isn't enough for you guys. You also want voters to say no to 27.
Yes, they're mutually exclusive.
Proposition 27, if approved, would allow sports betting online through gaming apps and websites.
That would be a disaster, we think, for Indian gaming.
And possibly the reservation.
So how many acres do you guys have then?
7,500.
Because for many tribal communities, gambling is no game.
It's supporting our community, it's supporting everything about our community.
Since it is run by a sovereign tribal nation, the Pechanga Casino doesn't have to report the amount of money it generates on the floor or makes a year. But we know in the last 20 years, those profits have supported the reservation with a dual language school, security, recreation, and infrastructure that was decades behind.
Tribal gaming has really turned these things around, has turned that condition around where we've been able to ourselves fund construction of water systems, storage tanks, delivery systems, transmission lines, pumps.
I don't think it's a secret to anyone that the tribal communities have kind of been left behind. Do you think that casinos have helped bridge that gap?
Absolutely. It's allowed us to jumpstart and skip a few decades or catch up.
This tribe even bought back sacred land it lost in treaties and built its first fire station in 1996, a year after it started gaming, and a fire ravaged the reservation.
It destroyed 8 homes on the reservation, 1 off the reservation, because the response time was 5 miles away and 25 minutes in time away.
Thanks to gaming funds, they now staff 2 fire stations around the clock. But is Prop 26 good for the rest of the state?
So is it fair to say that you think that sharing a piece of the gambling pie would hurt your ability to stay independent and take care of your community?
It's not only fair to say, that's factual. If the flow of patrons to our facilities were to suddenly stop or diminish as a result of mobile gaming coming to the picture, as a result of Prop 27 being passed, That's really our biggest fear.
A wager tribal casinos don't want to lose, as they say Prop 26 is the better bet for them and California. Joy Benedict, KCAL 9 News.
And tomorrow we'll take an in-depth look at Prop 27 and how it could allow you to place a bet right on your phone or computer, and why tribal casinos are fighting hard to defeat it. We've created a special resource for voters. Check it out at cbsla.com/votersguide.